And 3% guy bodybuilding shredded dude. They're impressed. They like the side chest pose. But Coach Greg, and today we're going to find out what is the ideal body fat percentage for men to be attractive to women. Is it 3, 5, 10, 15, or 20%? And to do that, we have 5 different guys at various body fats. We're going to compare them, shirts on, shirts off, and see what body fat percentage do the women prefer. Is it really shredded or a little bit more husky? And does it differ with shirts on or shirts off? Also gonna ask Allie, is she biased because she lives with Coach Greg? Maybe she likes leaner guys, who knows? Stay tuned and find out. And so I gotta say, having watched the video, the reactions are priceless. The girls, they're losing their minds when the guys take their shirts off. And to be totally transparent, they've underreported their body fats. Of course they have. 3, 5, 10, 15, 20%. So for all intents and purposes, just add 2% to each of the bodies. 3% is actually 5, 5% is actually 7, and so on.
얼굴을 제가 또 가려야 될 필요성이 있어가지고, 왜냐면 여성분들이 또 얼굴을 또 보고 또 뽑으면 안 되니까 오로지 몸만을 평가하기 위해서.
And so this is the opinion of women in their 20s. Maybe it changes. Maybe younger girls like different body fat percentages. As you get older, maybe you like different body types, but this is the opinion of women in their 20s.
근데 여자들은 이런 거 같아요. 여자들 체지방.
아, 그러면 저희 채널 없어집니다. 아, 감사합니다.
Imagine if they did the role reversal. Had a bunch of women and said, which body fat percentage do you like? Probably would get canceled now, wouldn't ya? And full disclosure, just because they're covering their faces, I don't think it's still an unbiased sample. They have different heights. Some are taller, some are shorter. And I do believe on average, most women pick a taller guy as being more attractive.
안녕하세요. 27살.
And first up, 2 girls, who are they gonna pick shirts on?
아, 체형.
어깨가 중요한 것 같아요. 어깨 라인.
First thing I noticed they say is, I like the broad shoulders. So regardless of body fat percentage, if you have wider shoulders, smaller waist gives you that V shape, you're automatically going to be seen as more attractive to females.
아, 가운데 분. 가운데 분이 약간 또.
저도 이거.
가운데 분이.
Not surprisingly, they both chose the guy with 10% body fat because he does seem to have noticeably wider shoulders than the other guys.
저도 다 좋으신데 제일 전체적인 밸런스를 봤을 때 제일 좋으신 것 같아요.
So with clothes on, it's very hard to decipher just how lean you are. You can only really judge based on the shape and perhaps the width of your shoulders.
이번에는 상의를 탈의해서 한번 보도록 하겠습니다. Let's get it, okay.
But what about when the shirts come off?
오! 3%, 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%입니다.
좋네요.
And immediately with the shirts come off, I'm going to think every single female is picking the guy that has 5% body fat, aka 7. He's got the darker skin, more muscle, the chesticles popping, bigger arms, and just seems the most like a fitness model. The guy to his left is leaner, but pretty small and short. And to the right, although bigger, have less actual muscle tissue in relation to body fat.
한번 플렉스 한번 해주세요, 한번 선수님. 어떻게 몸이 저래?
가까이요. 굉장하시네요.
And 3% guy bodybuilding shredded dude. They're impressed. They like the side chest pose. But it's not big enough. And she's impressed. She's never seen 3% body fat before, aka 5%. But it is, in fact, very impressive and hard to get. And so the women are saying, there's a big difference with shirts on versus shirts off. They couldn't actually see what the muscles actually looked like. I mean, let's change this to men. You're going to judge women with clothes on and then see them in a bikini. You're going to have a completely different impression of what a woman looks like when they're walking around in a bikini versus walking around in full clothing. It's not rocket science. You can look really good with clothes on, but once the clothes come off, it's a lot harder to be impressive when you're in a bikini. And not surprisingly, they both changed their minds and said the guy with 5% looks best.
풀 한번 해주시면.
좋은데. 부담스러울 수 있는.
부담스, 네.
And what about the guy with 20%? Said too big. Both in muscle and in body fat, just a little bit too big. So obviously the extremes are not the most ideal. Somewhere in the middle, but in this case, 5% body fat, actually 7, that's still an extreme. Take out the 3% who's really 5%, and so you can see the women on average favor a fitness build, not a dad bod. And none of these guys even have a dad bod. Even the guy 20% is still in way better shape than most people. Okay, let's just find out what Allie thinks. Hey, babe, come here. You just have to pick out which guy you like the most body. Obviously, you can't see their face. Just pick one.
This first guy.
Okay, so you can see she's completely different than every single person who's commented. She's the only woman that likes the 20% guy who's overweight. Let's see what she thinks with the shirts off.
So this guy.
The 5% guy.
Yeah.
And what about the next pair? And so what body fat percentage would they choose to be their boyfriend going simply by looks, no face, just body?
10%, 15%, 20%.
아, 두 분은 되게 비슷하신 것 같아요.
아, 그쵸. 옷을 입었을 때는 비슷하죠. 좀 이따 옷을 벗으면은 또 이야기가 많이 달라집니다.
다 어깨가 엄청 넓으신데. 이렇게 봐도 되는지 모르겠어요.
And so you can immediately see women going like this, saying, check out the shoulders. It's all about the shoulders. So I do believe if you're a man trying to attract a female, having impressive shoulders is paramount.
10%.
10%? 아, 10%가 진짜 인기가 많구나.
아, 그래요?
네.
And again, the 10% guy comes out on top. Gotta be the shoulders. But what about with the shirts off? Does it change again?
아유, 다르죠? 완전히 다르죠? 3%, 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%인데요. 아, 그래도 10%?
And this time she's sticking to her guns. She prefers 10% both shirt on and shirt off. She doesn't like the bigger guys. It's just too much. So, and you can kind of tell these women are not into working out. And I do believe that if you're a female that doesn't work out, you tend to prefer men who don't have as much muscle. And if you're a woman who has a lot of muscle and you appreciate the hard work that a guy puts into the gym, you're more likely to want to go out with a guy who trains, has a lot of muscle. If you work out, you're a bodybuilder, you're more likely to appreciate the hard work that goes into building that physique.
두꺼워서. 아, 저기 제일 두꺼우신 분 있으신데요. 너무 두꺼워서. 아, 그 사이에 있으신.
And what about 20% this time? He's just too big. So listen, people. If you're thinking about taking PEDs to impress women, the 20% guy is too big. So if you're trying to put on a lot of muscle thinking, oh, I'll impress the ladies, does it look like you need a lot of muscle to impress the ladies? But what I can see is they like the lean look. I'm not sugarcoating this. I'm not going to tell you, oh, you can be 20% body fat and be just as attractive as 5 or 10%. It's not true. But I can tell you, you don't need to have massive, huge muscles to be attractive to women.
네. 아, 낮을수록 좋아하시네요, 또. 완전 진짜 장난 아니에요. 진짜 지방은 없어요, 진짜.
만지면 안 되는 거 아니에요?
만져도 되죠? 네, 되신다고 하면 낮출게.
And the other girl, I don't know. It's somewhere between 3 and 5%. She likes the leaner guys. Most women do. Not all, but most. And they say, can I touch him? She touches him. Oh my goodness, she can't believe it. So you know, no matter what people say about love your body, yeah, the truth is they still like a leaner physique. And don't hate me, I'm just reporting the news. I'm pretty much just reporting what you already knew. Did you expect these women to say, oh, I prefer the guy with the most body fat? And so she ends up settling on 5% body fat because she said 3%, it's just too much. Well, that's good news to hear. So guys, if you think you need to be stage-ready bodybuilding shape to look attractive, think again. This girl, she likes the lean look, but not too lean. So somewhere in the middle. So not contest-shaped bodybuilder, but someone who clearly takes care of their body, exercises, eats at maintenance, and perhaps maintains. She doesn't prefer the bulked-up look. And the next pair of women, what will they say? And who they pick? 5% and 10%. Notice every single pair of females has chosen the guy with 10%. Clearly, that is a percentage that most of these women prefer, although probably because of the shoulders.
오, 잠깐만.
아니, 이거 뭐야, 이거. 눈을 가리키지.
가까이서 봐도 돼요?
아, 그럼요. 가까이서 보셔도 되고 3%.
아몬드. 등 한 번만. 오.
And check out the back double bicep on the guy with 3%. 5% body fat, but clearly very impressive. You're probably thinking he didn't have that much muscle. Did you see that back double bicep? This guy is friggin' jacked. You just can't tell because he's standing next to guys who are taller. Whoa! And as soon as he hits the most muscular, ooh! So yeah, the women are impressed when you are shredded. But the problem is they can't tell until you flex. How often are you going to go up to a woman and do a most muscular? Probably never. So trying to get shredded just thinking you're going to impress a woman, pretty much useless now, isn't it?
오, 사이즈가 엄청 커.
손가락 만져보세요, 뭐.
And imagine the ego on this guy. He's doing his most muscular. He's 20% body fat. And the women are saying, he's huge. Look how thick he is. How many men wish they heard that said one time in their life? Just once. Probably most.
5%.
이 정도 몸이 이쁜 것 같아. 근데 5%도 진짜 어려운 거 아니에요? 그쵸?
5% 진짜 힘들죠.
진짜. 완전 시즌.
네, 완전 시즌이죠, 그쵸?
And with the shirts off, swapped over to the 5%. Both women like 5% the best. So as you can see, with shirts off, people prefer a leaner body. Shirts off, a larger body. But what's most important seems to be the having some decent sized delts. And in conclusion, it does seem to matter more to look good with your shirt on. After all, what percentage of the time are you walking around talking to women with your shirt off? Maybe at the beach, at the pool in the summer, but chances are most of the time you're wearing a shirt. So if you are in fact looking for the ideal body to impress a woman, looking for what percent body fat, probably going to be around 10 or 12% with some decent sized shoulders. If you get leaner, you just look smaller. And if you bulk up, it's too big according to these women. Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette IPE Pro. Please watch one of the bloops. Also, harder than last time supplements. You can get those by clicking the link in the description. Testosterone, protein powders, pre-workout, sleep aids. The list goes on and on. If you're looking to improve your physique, get the supplements. They certainly can help. Also, training books, coaching plans with me and my team. And until next time, I'm out.